There has been a 10% drop in NIO stock in the last month. It has practically been flat for the last 6 months and have been range bound between $46 and $36. Here we will talk about NIO stocks, fluctuations, short-term negative news impacting it, the long-term projections keeping it afloat, and whether or not now it is the appropriate moment to buy or sell NIO stock. NIO stock price has been fluctuating every week and it has been practically flat for the last 6 months. While the stock market has surged in the last 6 months, everybody is wondering what is going on with NIO. For those who invest in stock, expect an increase in value, and I'm not talking about daily changes or even changes over a month, but rather why a stock has been nearly flat in the bull market for the last 6 months. So you wonder what is going on. Here are some factors to consider before making a choice on whether to buy on NIO stock. Always have a plan ready when and why you want to buy or sell a stock before starting investing, because these things will be very useful when the market is unclear. For that matter, it can be useful before making any type of investments. In recent months, NIO has been facing uncertainty and bad news on many fronts. China's government appears to be trying to clamp down on certain business practices that are not acceptable to them, as well as some regulatory uncertainties for broadly all Chinese companies listed on American exchanges. You can debate whether or not they are right, but investors don't like uncertainty. Global chip shortages pose another challenge to NIO and its competitors. Fast forward to today, almost every automaker had to reduce their production, resulting in lower revenues and profits. That, to my mind, is an industry-wide problem which will not be sorted out anytime soon. An increasing spread of Delta variant, along with concerns of inflation and interest rate increases, has prompted investors to wonder if it is the right time to switch from stocks to more secure bonds, which we all know does nothing to help NIO stock in the short term. Investing is all about discovering the future price of a business so that if you buy at today's price, you make money in the future. I've always emphasized on the point of having a plan before making any investment, which will come in handy if the stock is not performing or is going to the moon. The whole idea of having a plan is to keep emotions out of investing, because that can hamper your investment decisions. Investing is all about getting a return on your money employed so that not you but your money works for you and you can have a passive income that you need to lead a retired and comfortable life. Since we are talking about NIO stock and you have clicked on this video, that means you have some interest in it. In my humble opinion, there are short-term hiccups that are affecting it, which includes the auto sector in general as well as some external factors too. But if you take a long-term view, practically nothing has changed as far as company's basic business is concerned. Now you may say, Sunny, but there are Chinese regulatory issues, chip shortages, spread of Delta variant, inflation, interest rate hikes. But if you take a long-term view, don't you think we have seen it all in one form or the other in the last 20-30 years? I know we haven't seen COVID-19 in our lifetimes, but I am a believer that it is not going to stay forever. Since the basic business of NIO has not changed, I'm still very optimistic about its long-term growth in spite of these short-term challenges and hiccups. Nobody can say with certainty that NIO will be or will not be able to expand outside of China, but one thing is very sure, that it will be one of the major EV manufacturers within mainland China, if not the leading one. No long-term investor will be able to ignore China's huge population and its demand for EVs. Some short-term challenges are inevitable along the way, which you can take advantage of as buying opportunities, provided you do your own due diligence. Think about a scenario 10 to 15 years from now. Do you think NIO will be the same company as it is today? Surely not. In 10 years, it will be a huge company making millions of cars as compared to what they are today. The idea is to keep an eye on companies' fundamentals and business. As long as they remain intact, everything else is short term. It may appear overpriced, and I may agree with you to some extent, but if you look at the long term, do you think you will be able to buy a NIO stock at $50 per share in the next 10 years? Although it appears to be a bargain, if you look at the long term investment horizon, keep in mind that everybody's risk tolerance is different. As a disclaimer, please consult a financial advisor before investing, as I am not. This is my take on the topic: buy or sell NIO. If you like the content that I make, please help me and my channel by liking, sharing, and subscribing to it. Thanks for watching. See you next time on the next video on your own channel, SunnySnippets.